Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Cwn Sports. Your sport, your way, all the time. Tonight we have an awesome main event. Will Jeff Hardy return to the WWE? There is rumors, however, of him returning from online, but we cannot point a finger for it to be certain. However, we will have more of this story later on in this broadcast. However, today in WWE news, we have a lot of news from the WWE. You noticed, that including the game coming out for 2K17. But first, let's go ahead and mention this: the WWE NXT broadcast professional wrestling event from Winter Park, Florida, on Wednesday. Now, the featured 5 matches, culminating in Buddy Murphy facing Kota Ibushi. WWE NXT teased its event in Brooklyn, New York, which will be broadcast live on August the 20th. Now, here's the results for tonight's NXT. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Alexa Bliss defeated Carmella. Andre Cien Wallace defeated Noah Paches. Johnny Gargano and Tom Cito, sorry for destroying your name. Kappa defeated the Hype Bros in a tag team match, and that is it for the NXT. However, there is a rivalry starting to build up for NXT. WWE Cruiserweight Classic happened again tonight. Let's take a look at this. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Tyson Dux in the first round match. Drew Gulak defeated Harv Shar the first round match. Tony Nese defeated Anthony Bennett first match. Brian Kendrick defeated Raul Mendoza. That was the first match. On Thursday, 2K announced details regarding the upcoming release of the collectible NXT edition of the WWE 2K17. Now, the limited edition version of which only like 50,000 copies will be made available worldwide and will shine a spotlight on the NXT, the WWE global brand, whose presence in the WWE video games has grown pretty huge in the recent years. Now, the NXT edition of the WWE 2K17 will offer grappling gamers a wide variety of exclusive features from game enhancements to collectible WWE memorabilia. In addition to the WWE 2K17 video game itself, the NXT edition will include NXT Enhancement Pack, which includes 3 playable NXT superstars. That's Nia Jax, Apollo Crews, and also Shinsuke Nakamura, as well as 50% point bonus at NXT and WWE 2K17 and My Career Mode. Also, an exclusive Canvas to Canvas lithograph designed by WWE portrait artist Rob Katzberger, an autograph by NXT superstars Shinsuke Nakamura, and also a exclusive 8-inch Demon Finn Balor collectible figurine. Also a exclusive Topps NXT TakeOver London matte race card, which features one of the superstars who completed that night, as well as the authentic piece of the event ring canvas and access to all features available in the WWE 2K17 pre-order bonus, including availability of Goldberg as a playable character. Now, 2K will present these exclusive items and certain designs and NXT packaging to the house, the NXT edition of the WWE 2K17. This creative touch echoes in the 2K recent reveal of the official WWE 2K17 and the announcement of Brock Lesnar as the feature face. on a game package. We already know about Shelton Benjamin return to SmackDown. It's just around the corner. Now Benjamin left the league 6 years ago to wrestle in Japan. He will appear on SmackDown as a free agent, WWE said. Let's go on down to TNA. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, TNA star Jesse Goodrich will take over Pop TV, first getting a shot at the DKTNA Tag Team Championship in a Monster Ball match on Impact Wrestling. And Goodrich is hosting Big Brother After Dark Boardwell games starting at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until 12 a.m. Well, it's kind of, I don't know why they put it like that, but it's technically, let's just say 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Goodrich, third takeover of Pop in recent years. He has hosted B-Bad Boardwell games back in September of the last year, then took over Pop Twitter handling during Impact on Pop this past March. Now let's get on over to more sports. I know y'all ready for this as much as I am, so I can get on out of here and come back tomorrow. Let's talk about tomorrow's schedule before we get into the scores today. I think we can do the scores. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the scores now because all the games is complete at this time that we know of. However, you know how things rock and roll. In my opinion, the games are over for today. So let me march on over here for today's games and see if my wild cards is actually what's best for business from last night. Alrighty, let's kick this off. National versus the Indians. Strasburg throws a gem for the Nationals. However, the Nationals walked away with the win 4-1. How about this one? Coley keeps Phillies in check, yielding 8 hits and a 6.2 shortcut in for the W. The Marlins versus the Phillies game was a good one. However, Phillies walked away with a loss because the score is 11-1. Padres versus the Blue Jays, a heck of a game, ladies and gentlemen. Padres get 2 RBIs with three hitters. Padres walked away with a win, 8-4. Tigers versus the Red Sox game, a good game, ladies and gentlemen, a very good game to watch. Cabrera with the game-winning home run for the Tigers in the ninth. Tigers walked away with a win, 4-3. And how about those darn Rays? Man, they are looking good this season. But however, they are kind of in a losing streak, truth be told. But today, well, the Rays walk out with an awesome win. More confounds Dodgers lineup, allowing the 1 run in. 6.2 strong innings for the W. Rays walked out with a win, 3-1. And let's go on down to the Reds and Giants game. Giants walked out with a loss. Australia gets the victory over the Run Gamer as the Reds win. Pitching duel. Reds walked out with a win, 2-1. How about the Patriots and Miners game or Mayors games or Miners game? Sorry about that. Cole throws a complete game victory for the Pirates, 10-1. Good job, Pirates. Rockies and Orioles. I did a wild card on this one. I think if I remember straight, I read it for the Rockies, and they actually won this game 3-1. Cardinals versus the Mets. Cardinals scored 2 runs in the ninth to win it all. Great game. Cardinals won it 5-4. Athletics versus the Rangers. Awesome game to watch. If my grandpa was here, still alive with me, we'd be both sit down, drinking a cold one together. But however, Outreach won this game, walk out with a good win, 6-4. Cubs versus the White Sox, that's a robbery game and always will be one. Cubs walk out with a win and very good victory, 8-1. And now this is another game that I put my wild card on, and tell you what, I should have bet on this game. Astros versus the Yankees. Those darn Yankees lost this round. However, Astros walk out with a win, 4-1. Diamondbacks versus the Brewers. Tell you what, that was a good game. Thomas Phelps 2 runs, 2 home runs for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks did walk out with a win, 8-1. Braves versus the Twins. Freeman delivers a huge game for the Braves. 445 RBI, HR2B SB. The final score for that game, Braves walked out with that win, 9-7. Angels versus the Royals. Davis strikes out Bandy with trying to run on the second to nail down a win for the Royals. The Royals did win 7-5. Alrighty, that's an awesome game so far this year for baseball. Let's look at the schedule for tomorrow's game, which is going to be Thursday. Whoopie Doodah Day. Right. Alrighty, let's do this once and for all. Colorado versus the New York Mets tomorrow afternoon. Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Milwaukee Brewers. The Phillies versus the Braves. And how about the St. Louis Cardinals? They are going to be taking off the Miami Marlins. Baltimore is going to be taking on the Minnesota Twins. Good luck, guys. Kansas City versus Texas Rangers. That's going to be a good game. How about the Chicago White Sox versus Chicago Cubs? That's a robbery game. We'll be looking at that one pretty good. Boston Red Sox versus the Los Angeles Angels. And how about those Washington Nationals versus the San Francisco Giants all Thursday? And I can't wait to get my hands on those scores. Well, we'll be right back in just a few moments. We got to take the break to get some money up in here. Here's some paid advertisements to keep you cooking. Main event is just around the corner.
A plain English overview of small business VoIP. Everything the small business owner or manager wanted to know about voice over IP protocol, but were afraid to ask. VoIP is everywhere, and if applied to your small business properly, can save you money while enhancing your efficiency and overall productivity. This article is written by Scott Bernhardt, Cisco Certified Voice Professional, CCNA, CCNP, Cisco Express Foundation Design Specialist, and small business owner. This is not a guide written on VoIP for experts. This is a guide on VoIP for small business owners written by an expert. Easy to read, this paper explains in easy to understand concepts the complex technical issues of VoIP, and more importantly, how it applies to your small business phone system. Today, small businesses can save money and at the same time enhance communications. It's all explained in detail and in plain English here.
Hello, I'm Christian Evans. I lost nearly 200 pounds without any diet pills or surgery. I feel way better than I did when I was this guy right here. Believe it or not, I'm the same person but a different mindset. I'm more energetic, I'm more healthier, and I have the best outlook on life than I've ever had in my entire life. I want you to have this same good feeling like I have. I have a program for you, and it's called the Christian's Weight Success Starter Program. Direct message me to learn more.
Alrighty, welcome back, and now is the main event. You're watching Cwn Sports, hashtag me, hashtag and all networks, including Instagram, Cwn Sports. Meanwhile, PW Insider reports that Jinder Mahal will also make a return here soon to the WWE. Several others are also rumored, including Melina and Carlito, on the return. However, the big name that many fans have been wanting to see come back to the company is Jeff Hardy. It was reported recently that Jeff Hardy was telling people that he is planning to return to the WWE when the TNA deal expires in February 2017. However, there may be some issues with the plans. According to the tech site Seat, WWE is hesitating to sign Jeff Hardy because he doesn't work. He doesn't plan to work a full-time schedule. However, WWE wants the veterans that come back to be on the road with the young talent. They need the vets there to help with the tenants now because of the brands are split. Another major issue for Hardy is that he cannot leave the country due to the criminal history with drugs from recent years that occurred right after he left the WWE. Of course, he was also using while in the company, for those who know. WWE may be able to swing something better than other places, but may be difficult for them to do so. Despite this, WWE can also manage with not taking Jeff overseas when they go to various countries around the world. Hardy will eventually be able to go. The real issue is that he's not able to at this time, and the WWE would want their top vets to be with them. Jeff Hardy is a special case, though. He is clearly helping butts in the seats, which never has been an issue with them. Uh, the issue for Hardy has always been using able to trust him. TNA learned firsthand that he can show up hammered or high. TNA was also willing to work with Hardy in spite of the drug issues. WWE simply would have fired him for only one violation, like what we saw at Victory Road years back. To his credit, Jeff Hardy recently stayed clean for the past few years, but he also claims to be better shape than he's been in many years, which is an encouraging sign. However, Hardy is yet to be trusted. There is also a reward system with Hardy. We all know that the reward that he'll be he'll help sell out the arenas and bring eyes to TV networks. The risk is you never know when he's gonna be on something on one day or not. TNA currently does not have a wellness program like the WWE, so all Jeff has to do is not show up in bad shape periodically or whenever. Now, WWE, he simply could not get away with that kind of stuff. They do random drug tests on most everyone all the time. Jeff Hardy would certainly be someone that they would test more often than anybody else. On top of this, he does not again want to work a full-time schedule. In reality, fans can obviously understand why he wouldn't want to do so. And WWE superstars travel all the time, and they are on the road most of the year. They work 20 to 200 to 300 shows per year around the world. Obviously, not easy on a human body. Jeff Hardy would be coming in the age of 39 with about 20 years of experience and a lot of injuries. While saying his experience is all good, we're talking about how good a person is at their craft. In the case of a pro wrestler, that is 20 years of beating up your body every single night for the amount of time. Now, Jeff Hardy likely turned to drugs for multiple reasons, and one of them was possibly due to pain. WWE worked out a part-time deal for Hardy where he can work 3 days a week instead 5 or 6. Never know. that is possible. However, we just gotta wait and see what's gonna happen next, or even try to bring him back next year. It's just a rumor, guys. We don't know if it's actually true. Jeff Hardy might be coming back to the WWE pretty quickly after his contract runs out in February. Um, Also, there's more rumors that Paul Heyman might be showing up sometime before SummerSlam, but however, Paul Heyman contract went out just recently with WWE, and WWE recently has contacted Paul Heyman to renegotiate his contract to get him back to the WWE. Currently, Paul Heyman is out of the country doing some work overseas with some wrestling companies. So you just never know what's going to happen with the WWE. Well, that's it for the main event. That's it for me. Thank you for watching CWN Sports. We'll see you tomorrow.